I am here with Adam Taft, and we're going to hear more about this in a minute. His exciting, cool new business, the little teaser. But Adam, you guys I know you're from Florida, you had mentioned, but you guys just moved to the area. Where'd you move from, first of all?
Yeah, so a lot of people talk about moving south to Florida. We were already in Florida, so Central Florida. We moved north to St. Augustine. So, we live in Shearwater now, off of 210.
Okay, and why the St. Augustine area?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of great things about Florida, right? But what we loved about St. Johns County, in particular, in St. Augustine, was that family feel that maybe Central Florida was 20 years ago, right? So
Mm,
we're able to kind of reset the timeline a little bit and come up here and meet a lot of great families, be involved in sports and coaching, and honestly, the St. Augustine area and the St. John's area just it checked all the boxes for us. Great trees, cool seasons, some things that you don't get when you're down a little further South Florida.
awesome. And I know you had a lot of neighborhoods here in St. Johns County and St. Augustine to look at, especially in that 210 corridor. And you guys wound up in Shearwater. What's something that made you pick Shearwater over all the other neighborhoods?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we wanted a small enough community to be able to meet people and know people intimately a little bit better than maybe a large public city, right? But then also the walking trails, the environment, the ecosystem around is fantastic. There's waterways all around us and close enough to the river, close enough to the beach, but not too close to the beach. So we're a little bit of best of all three worlds, so to speak.
So, what does too close to the beach look like?
Yeah, I guess right. Who answers that? Living from Florida, right? Yeah, I think at the end of the day, too close to the beach for us is probably 20 miles out in the ocean. Would be a little too far. But I think ultimately, price wise, led us to the west side of 210. On this side of 95, prices are a little bit, a little bit more digestible, and you get your family into a nice, safe environment and great schools. So.
Love it. Whereabouts? Just curious. Whereabouts in Shearwater did you guys wind up?
Yeah, so two spots actually. We moved 4 years ago to the middle section of Shearwater called the Hammocks. Sold that house last year and moved to the back of the Hammocks, closer or back of the Shearwater, closer to the school in South Creek. Dave Weekly Homes, fantastic area neighborhood.
That's wonderful. You able to are your kids at the school there, or are they
They
older
are,
now?
yeah, and both of them are in Trout Creek Middle School. One sixth grader, one eighth grader.
Okay, but you coach high school football, is that correct?
I do actually. Funny story. My wife is the head cheer coach at Trout Creek Middle School. I am the offensive coordinator for Trout Creek Middle School, and I'm also the defensive coordinator for Beachside High School. Yep,
Okay, wow. All right, good stuff. And so, good thing that you're offensive line or offensive coordinator.
offensive coordinator for middle school,
Okay, I was
defensive
gonna say
coordinator for
when
high
you're talking
school.
about
Love that, right?
your business, the offensive line can definitely bulk up a little bit with Goon Squad.
That's right. Yeah, look, so strategically placed, right? We needed our defensive kids at Beachside and our offensive kids at the middle school to get a little bigger, a little healthier, let's call it, with our ice cream. So yeah, started Goon Squad recently, right in the front of Shearwater off of 210.
Well, that's fantastic. Let's hop into that in just 1 second. Just really curious first. Someone else moving from Central Florida up this area. Any advice you would give them if they were starting that process now?
Yeah, I mean, I would say, meet a great realtor, number one, because a lot of times it's hard. That drive up and down I-4 to 95 is tough to come back and forth to really find great areas. So rely on the locals that are here. Take advice, read the forums, make sure that you're picking the right neighborhood for you. Because the cool thing about our area, especially the 210 corridor, is you get all different walks of life, and all different community styles and beach style or forest style communities. So my advice would be lean on a realtor who understands exactly what you want, and make sure that you find that in one of these great communities. There's so many of them.
How would you describe Shearwater's style?
Yeah, I would say it's a little bit more outdoorsy, a little bit more that west side forest river feel versus, a little more east, which is a little bit more beachy and coastal.
I find it even super special just walking down that boardwalk by the that screened in area with the zip lines. Can't remember what you call that park. But
Yeah,
that boardwalk that goes
alcove.
down to the kayak launch. It's beautiful.
Yeah, that's great. So we have the zipline parks, and in Shearwater, we the men of Shearwater, right? Our Facebook group, we meet up every Sunday or Saturday evening, and we play touch football. Usually about 14 of us out at the Shearwater field. So just a great outdoorsy, community with some great people in it.
So, do you know any good physical therapists that can cure hamstring problems?
We've had pleny of that. Yeah, and luckily there's a lot of doctors in Shearwater, so we get all
That's
that too.
oh, that's fantastic. So it is. I know how long you. Oh no, you've been here for a little while then. Okay,
Yeah, about four and
so
a half
it's
years.
okay. So it's date night. Where are you and the wife going?
I mean, I know where we're getting dessert, but we'll talk about that in a second, right?
Perfect segue.
How
Yeah.
about that? So, Ember and Iron. Usually, if we're going on date night, Valentine's Day, or any other Friday date night, it's Ember and Iron. Love the local feel there, and I'm pretty sure the owners just opened an oyster bar up on the riverside, and
Nice.
just great people, great atmosphere, awesome food, and it's not the super fancy prices that you'd get in the inner city.
Awesome. And then if someone was moving here from out of state, say, just because you've got all the Florida experience, um, and they're a little nervous about, I don't know, wildlife, hurricanes, what else keeps people up at night? What kind of advice would you give them besides don't come, we're full?
Yeah, no, no. Look, we're built different here, right? And we say that, and what I mean that figuratively and literally, right? Because we enjoy the hurricane weather and helping people around the community. It's just hurricane parties, all the above. It's fun. But I mean, our structures are built different than most know, right? When people move from out of town or out of state, they're used to a certain style of building and wind mitigation and protection within their homes. And our homes are built to withstand that type of stuff. And the wildlife is the wildlife, right? If you're far enough north, you've got bears. Here we have, some black bears, but alligators, right? And I think ultimately follow the signs, do your due diligence, do a little research before you hit the woods, and you're fine. It's no big deal.
I agree. It's funny. You see, I don't know if you've seen it or not, where people move into the area and they have an alligator in the pond out back and they're all like freaked out about it. But it's what, maybe 18 months, 2 years, and then that alligator becomes
Normal.
Fred. And you get excited to see him. Hey, kids, look, Fred's out. And there's a shift at some point.
Yeah, it's funny. We talk about it all the time. Don't swim in the ponds. Don't let your kids swim in the ponds, kind of thing, right? I Be smart and make sure that you know that there's a real threat, but ultimately you stay away from it. Be a looker and not a feeder, and don't feed the alligators or the wildlife, and all is good.
Well, you know how to tell if there's an alligator in the pond in Florida.
There's always an alligator in a pond in
Well, yeah,
Florida.
you go down and if you touch the water and it's wet, there's an alligator in
There's an
there.
alligator.
But that's great. All right, cool. So you've had date night. It's time for dessert. Where you headed?
Yeah, yeah. So as of 2.5 weeks ago or 2 weeks ago, we're heading to Goon Squad, right?
Woo
Funny
woo.
enough, yeah, right. Let's get it. So my wife and I started Goon Squad Ice Cream a few weeks ago. It's been a long process. We had to build out a building and the interior of it, and it was a learning experience for us, and maybe do some things differently next time. But goodness, we are excited about Goon Squad being open. We've had nothing but tremendous support from the community. And look, we're a different kind of ice cream place. We're not your typical fast food chain that everybody's been used to around here. That's global. We're a local. We own the business. We own the branding, the logo, everything. And our goal is to expand this thing down the coast. So get closer to the beach with it and keep opening shops down the coast. But yeah, Goon Squad Ice Cream. That's where we're going for the dessert. To answer your question.
So what I've haven't been in yet, haven't made it over there, with the traffic patterns and everything, but I'm on my way and we're gonna be there in the next couple days or so because my wife has been like, why is there no soft serve anywhere? And that's why I texted you. Do you guys have soft serve?
Yeah, that's us.
So we need to get over there, but looking at the Facebook page and the website and everything, it looks like it's got kind of a vibe that Gen X might appreciate. Tell me about the name Goon Squad and then just the vibe that you're going for.
Yeah, I love. Great question. So yes, soft serve. We'll start with there. Great text the other day. That's all we do with soft serve. So that's awesome. The vibe is pretty much Gen X, millennials, early Gen Z. I think at the end of the day, it's really just a chill place. Indie vibes. I think it was mentioned in the Jacksonville Business Journal. We're playing Green Day every day and Blink 182 and loud music with a big TV screen and two quarter pipes sitting on the wall, right? So like our deal is pretty simple, right? We didn't want the balloons and the normal primary color business. We wanted something different, and we wanted to offer a place, especially down 210. And you mentioned the traffic patterns, where kids could come to, teenagers, adults, and everybody fits in. That's the goal, right? Hang out with us, join the Wi-Fi, chill out, and that's what we wanted. So vibes around the place. We're always kind of rocking with some music. We've got some surfing on the screen, skateboarding, or maybe just music videos, MTV, early 2000s, and every day is something new for us. We're learning a lot, but we love the community support. It is all soft serve. Our cones. It's funny. One funny story is originally we came in the idea of, hey, let's do traditional cones like Dairy Queen and the rest of everybody else, right? We decided, you know what? Let's stick to our branding and be a little different. So all of our cones, get filled up. The cup gets filled up, and we flip the cone upside down.
I
That's
guess
right.
I saw that.
So that's our deal, right? We want to be different in every aspect of the game, and just like us coaching football or my wife coaching cheerleading, we want to be built different, and that's what Goon Squad is.
But it sounds like, yeah, you have a very intentional focus on community and belonging at the store, and also just like you guys coaching school sports, and really you even mentioned in talking about hurricanes and things like that, people helping each other out in the community. I love that. I love hearing that from you about just that focus. Do you guys, I think I saw something, maybe you were doing some fundraising as well in there. You doing that from time to time?
We are, yeah. So we're going to
Put
be
you on
happy.
the spot, so now you have to, right?
No, no, but we are, right? And I think when you get into business, you have to be super, especially in the beginning, hyper focused on profitability and paying the bills, right? I mean, that's how you stay in business, right? And to do that, it's important the community outreach is there, because the more returning customers you get, the more community involvement you get, the more successful you'll be. So beyond all that, Samantha and I, my wife Samantha, we come from a background of helping the community. That's what we want. If you don't see me in my backwards hat, it's because I'm helping somewhere else, right? Like it's just, we're community members. It's just what we do. So we are going to be offering usually 10% back to any school system that wants to sign up with us, or SJMSAA, which is the local sports program here for cheerleading and football, where our kids play, and so many of the community members play sports there. And look, if you sign up with us and you want to do a fundraising, we'll do 10-15% back on anybody who comes in. We'll write the check, we'll send it back to you guys. So the goal is community first, community driven, and then everybody fits in. We want everybody to feel welcome.
Community first, community driven, everyone fits in.
That's right.
Awesome. Love that. So, hours, when are you guys open?
Yeah, so we're up and down right now. We're learning that, Austin, because I don't know if you saw, we were supposed to be open way earlier in the summer. Building got pushed back a little bit. Highway 210 is still being worked on, as we all know. And so we opened with 1 week left of summer. That week was fantastic. Hours were 11 to 9:30 or 11 to 10 on the weekends. Now
Okay.
that school started, we're trying to start ebb and flow to figure out when should we be open, right?
Mm.
We're at 3 right now, 3 to 9:30 most weekdays, and then we'll be open 11 to 10 or 10:30 on the weekends.
Oh, great. Um, cool. What about menu items? Something super special there? I know upside down cones, but what's something cool that I should try, or someone should try their first couple times in there?
Yeah, when you walk into our store, you'll notice we've named things uniquely. Let's use that word. So we have one of our hottest sellers is the Duff. Funny enough, and a funny story for the community here that'll watch this. Coach Duffy is the head high school coach at Beachside High School. Both of his, and I'm the defensive coordinator there. We've been friends for as long as he's been in town. Both of his daughters work at the shop, so we said, you know what, we're going to name an ice cream the Duff, right? And it's got crushed Heath bar, caramel, vanilla, whipped cream, cherry mixed together. It's just, we have a bunch of decked out sundaes. So look, it's so hard to go through the menu, but we have some really unique items, from Pop Tarts to gummy bears to pretty much anything you'd want to throw on top of ice cream, we can do.
All right, cool. And then you guys do the Dole Whips as well, right?
Yeah, we do. Actually, funny, our machine broke the first week for Dole Whip, but we were back into it. We got our new machine yesterday. Trials and tribulations of business, right? But Dole Whip's back on, so we have that non-dairy option. And maybe I dropped this too soon, but we haven't posted it yet. But Austin, you and your following will be the
All
first.
right, here we go. Everybody pay
We're
attention.
uh, we're we're bringing in Dippin' Dots as well, so we're gonna have exclusive rights to Dippin'
Woo-woo.
Dots here. So so we again wanted to be able to serve everybody and make sure that it is community driven. Another cool piece of something I can announce here, we can cut up later. Sound good, Austin? Hopefully, is karaoke night. The last Saturday of every month, we'll do karaoke night. So for high schoolers, teenagers, Austin, our ages who want to come in and sing some Blink 182.
That's awesome. Um, yeah, it's nothing screams uh Blink 182, bubblegum punk, all that kind of stuff, like a nice bowl of Dippin' Dots as well. That kind of
Right.
kind
Yeah.
of takes me back a little bit.
Nostalgia, right?
Awesome. Well, man, we're getting all the new releases on here too.
We're
Any
dropping them
other
all.
like gossip in Shearwater you want to let out? I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
This became a whole other
come play
show.
football with us, Austin. That's where you get all the
That's
gossip.
right.
That's it.
I don't know if you want me playing football with you guys. My hamstring would go in. I'm just kidding. Yeah, man, that's cool. Anything else we should know about Goon Squad?
Yeah. I mean, look, at the end of the day, we invite everybody. I want you guys, everybody to know that. Sometimes somebody will look at the signage and our branding and say, you know what, maybe that's not for me. Maybe I don't fit in. The truth is everybody fits in. Everybody we work for had to go through some rigorous, cool testing. So everybody we work with is really cool, right? And everybody's trained. And look, maybe there's some errors here and there, but we're always going to make it right. And that's what matters. So yeah, everybody come in, grab an ice cream, milkshake, an upside down flipped cone is what we call them. So we're here for you.
That's what I was gonna say, and just I'll do it for you because I'm not operating any kind of retail or restaurant or anything, but I'm gonna scold the people out there a little bit that don't have the patience when, like, I remember, man, Kilwins ran into similar things. They tried to open April 1st. My daughter had a job there, and then they didn't open till August. So thankfully, she had like went and got another job in the meantime. Manders 22 just opened today. They were supposed to open in May. It's just like sometimes the things happen, but even then, once you're open, you still got to get everyone trained. Got to get, not everything's going to be perfect right away. So let's give grace and appreciation for our small. Because listen, I'm on the Facebook groups too, and everyone's like, "We need more local chains. We need more. It's too many of the big corporate, chains. Whatever. We need more local business." And then the local business comes, and if we don't like patronize them, is that the right word? If we don't give them our business and we don't treat them right, then like they're gonna leave. So like let's get out there to Goon Squad and all these amazing businesses we have up and down County Road 210 right here. Like, let's go, good stuff.
Yeah, that's what I do love, and going back to the real estate side, right, and the community side, the Highway 210 is getting low, right? Manders 22 and a few other, the Juice Bar, us, a few different businesses. Like there's some mom and pops coming into the area, and like it's time. The chains can only own it for so long. So I'm excited for the community to support us, support them. Everybody will win when we all win, right? That's probably the best quote I can leave everybody with.
All ship rise with the tide.
That's right.
All right, good stuff. Hey, thank you, Adam. And we'll have a link below to the address and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Google it. People, you can find it.
Yeah, Google Yelp 4021 County Road 210 West. Come see us in front of Shearwater.
What's is there a web address?
Yeah, so it's just at Instagram. We've had Instagram,
Okay.
TikTok. We're going the new school approach there.
Amen. All right, thank you.
All right, Austin. Appreciate you.